So many games where we've had pools, but none have sharks.
So many games that should have sharks that you are glad don't have sharks.
Oh, so many.
Oh.
Oh!
That's dangerous slide.
I like the idea that we're finally gonna get up here and maybe there's just a boss battle and you have to deal with a Resident Evil monster.
Oh, that's not me. That's the game.
Well,
End of chapter 5? End of chapter 5.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Ooh, okay. So we'll take a second here. We'll let this sink in. So this is, we're now on to the beginning of chapter 5.
We're chapter 6. This is the last chapter,
Chapter
isn't it?
6, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're...
Chapter 5 ended with an earthquake.
Apparently.
In some dream core.
Yeah.
Land. I'm sure this is a bunker of some sort they cannot escape from.
Yeah. So is the thought process like that it's a dream state that you're recalling? Oh. All right. Well, they're bringing those statues back in. There's nothing behind it. Yeah. There's nothing behind it. Okay. What's that? It's a little...
those are the speakers and some eyes, and I don't know what this is representing.
A fishing
broken
pole?
speaker?
Or, oh, is that a shark fin? Oh, no, it's
no,
a broken
I think
speaker.
it's just a broken speaker.
Part of me was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, and of course they have radiators. Like
yeah,
the
it's
water...
old-timey interior.
Steamy, kind of, like, because that makes me think of water. A little bit like, yeah. Water heated. There's more guys with poles in their mouth. Nothing...
Great, thanks for that.
Nothing suggestive about that imagery. Okay, having a day.
And we're into the backrooms again! But wooden floor backrooms. It's not usually what they have.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
chess set.
Ooh.
Alright, well, I want to see if I can sit down and play chess.
Can you sit down in either of these seats?
There's no pieces. I cannot.
You're the
Also, who
piece.
puts that away from the wall that much? Who does that? Who does this? Like, shove it in the corner.
Okay. Somebody who might have a Roomba that needs to get behind these areas. Was that a place we had been? That almost looks like a television or something.
Oh, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's that.
Oh, it's getting a reflection. Okay.
I don't know how it's getting that reflection.
It's
there, but
it's light is a weird thing.
It definitely is.
Reflections are weird. 90% of unexplained phenomena are just basically light hallucinations. Is there anything under that door? Can you see under the door? No. I don't think you're gonna see anything under that door. They don't want you to know. They want you to just tease that there's something under the door, but they don't want to actually show you what it is.
Bastards.
Unfortunate.
Let me look.
Alright, let's go through.
Chair.
Is that a chair you can go in? I guess.
Boy, this would be some people's big fear. This thing with this many blind corners.
Yeah. Yeah, the blind corners aren't great. Is that a seat? Oh, you could sit in the
stare
seat?
into the darkness.
Whoa.
I like that. That's just the character. Whenever they sit down, they do that.
No, but it's all dark now.
Yep. There's
and
the
the
light.
lights are
I was
back
like,
on.
where'd the light go? So dark.
So dark.
I gotta check every single one. You heard that, right? Chair in this one.
Suburban Sasquatch. There's a low humming kind of sound. Are they trying to get a brown note so that we shit our pants?
No.
No.
If anything, it's going to be the hum of the fluorescence in the black.
Yeah.
The back rooms that they'd go for.
Same basic idea. And we are finally back to the pool part of the pools. Okay. Oh, yeah, baby.
I just gotta do a thing.
Yeah.
As is everything I do in this game.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just seeing how I can off myself on a cliff.
Yeah. That seems to be your modus operandi at this point.
I just want to make sure I get all the achievements I can.
Yeah. There's a seat in the corner. I don't know.
No way to get to the corner.
I think you can. You? No, that you can't. Nope. You can't. Okay. It's just floating. We're back to the pools.
Close this door.
Or not.
Never mind. Door's fucked.
That's a good way to explain it. Door's fucked. You're gonna jump off into the pools, aren't you?
But no, never. Oh, even better. It's just a causeway.
Oh, great. Okay. I guess we've learned something.
Yeah, it's like there's no support underneath it, so...
How did all the water get in here?
Flooding.
Yeah. This is why you do not build your theme park right next to a floodplain.
Yeah. It's why you don't build anything in a marsh.
That's true.
Swamp.
This place was built by penguins. Fruit Loops!
There's just gonna be a shark underneath all these.
So many games where we've had pools, but none have sharks.
So many games that should have sharks that you are glad don't have sharks.
Oh, so many.
Oh, I wonder if I can... Probably not jump that, okay. But...
You have to know, don't you?
No, I mean, I already jumped
Yeah,
off
you
there,
did.
So
It's time for slide!
Whee! Slide time!
Which is
It's my
also
favorite
a
time.
transitional element. So
Right into the... I guess, yeah, slides technically
Slides are
would be
transitional by their very nature.
So oppressively bright.
Man. This is a look. This is an area. This almost reminds me of, I think it was chapter 2, where we got into like the diamond or the triangle and the circle areas. And
Oh, yeah.
It kind of has that look, because I think... Oh, and speaking of which, the steam rooms, which I think was also in chapter...
That was in...
3?
Was the art in this game?
Was the... Oh, no. The artwork... No, the triangle and the circle. Remember where you could go 2 different ways?
Oh, yes.
That was in this one. And then the steam rooms, which was also in, I want to say, chapter 3, maybe?
I think it might have been 2.
Is that supposed to be like a meteorite or something that they're using?
No, that's like a giant chunk of like whatever they put in the steam room. Hot
Yeah,
rock.
the hot rock. But, man, that's a hot rock.
Truly it is.
The amount of energy you would need in order to keep that rock that warm.
Let me defog.
Need the ability to just wipe your visor or something. Okay.
That's a new...
That is a completely different wall
Everything.
pattern. And the slide that's just there. Okay. And we're back to the hallway.
Ooh, that window's looking out onto another thing.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It's especially different too. I didn't even think of that. It's a window that's actually a window.
Are all these windows going to actually show us things that are elements of the...
That one shows darkness, and, like, just a light.
So, sure. This is that part, like, because we're coming toward the end of the game where, like, they have to kind of, like, recap elements, and maybe that's why they're using these windows.
Probably. Something like that. Or to do brand new things.
Or to show us other things. Oh, yeah. Then we'll eventually have one where dogs are playing poker.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
That would be pretty funny, though.
You come up, there's people sitting in it. It would be interesting, though, if at the end of this, you finally get to jump down that big hole that we saw earlier in the game. Whoa. Oh! Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just in behind that window.
So... But now it goes back to...
Oh!
Oh!
That's a dangerous slide. Let's take the pain train!
As it dangles precipitously over the top.
It didn't kill me.
It didn't kill you.
I'm a little upset about that.
It didn't kill you, but boy, it looked like it wanted to. Why would they put a giant saw?
Just for fun. Why would you not put a giant saw?
This feels like the first... Oh,
What?
oh, we're back. What?
What?
We're back here? What? What? What?
Oh. You've gone non-Euclidean.
Where did you come out?
Oh, must have been that.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Okay, we got this. I came out
You
here.
came out there, okay. Now it's starting to feel like the first level again.
Yeah, it's
We're
okay, it's a callback.
Yeah, we're coming full circle. You're eventually going to get back to the very beginning of the...
Oh, no, because this is going to be the houses that were in the earthquake.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Was that a ring? I almost heard something ring. Like a phone.
Something.
Like a...
I don't know what it was.
Like a phone.
I assume it's though it's not working.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they're just
speakers.
not... Okay. Got it. Copy that. They're not functioning. Roger. So... Okay, so if we're here... It's very convenient that they happen to set up these gangways where all of the houses were going to fall. That's...
Yeah.
Very convenient.
They were forward planners.
Yeah, they figured, listen, we're eventually going to have an earthquake, and all the houses are going to land here, and we're going to be able to build a walkway around it. So through there, in theory, would that be where the first house was? Or through there would be where the first house was?
What? The first house?
Remember, we came across the first house, and then we went through the door, and then there was a bunch of houses. But there was one at the bottom of the slide.
Oh, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, well, this place is just a... This is just a place. There's a door and... Can you get down the ladder? Okay. There's the copper pipe. And there's a copper pipe in the water, it looks like.
Yep, 2 copper pipe.
Great. I cannot tell what that is.
Pillow, maybe?
Is it? I guess it is. This is where you sleep. Man.
That's where you sleep now.
Wouldn't you always have to feel like you pee? Like, wouldn't you constantly be like, I gotta get up?
To go pee?
Yeah. You're in the
I think
water.
you'd stop caring.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the slide
It's the slide that
from
doesn't
chapter
go
2.
anywhere. Wasn't that from the other game?
No, that was this one.
I'm getting my games all confused.
No, the candy stripe one that alternated between the red and the yellow. That was chapter 2. Pools. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. And now we're coming back around. Okay.
Haven't had a spook in a little while.
Haven't had a spook
Couple
yet,
noises.
but it would be good if we got a few more callbacks to some of the earlier spooky things. Like,
I mean, I guess the spook was the hands.
yeah, but like, if we got more context for some of them, you know what I mean? Like, we started to see why there were hands hanging out, or we were on the other side of the ladder getting pulled up, or something like that, you know? Just be neat. That's all. I'm just saying that
Yeah, it
would
could
be
be.
neat. But in the meantime, I'm guessing you can't go in there.
No, it's a limitation. This was my option.
Apparently.
These deep holes.
Are they vents? They look like
Pipes.
vents. Yeah. All roads lead to Damascus,
Ooh.
apparently. Oh, yeah?
Grippy.
Nice. Is this why the pool's flooded? It's been so long because of that one drip. The one drip led to this.
One drip to pool them all.
See, if J.R.R. Tolkien ever did, like, sauna commercials, that's what he would come up with. Come on down to Soggy Jack's. One pool to drip them all. One drip to pool them all. Oh, you can sit in the fancy chair.
Yes.
It is now 12:40. Is there anything else back there?
Let's see where this one goes.
Oh, okay.
Unless this is where.
Well, that's a new one.
Unless this is where he came out. He does not look excited.
Oh. There's somebody over there, too. Oh, okay. So now we're, like, on the chessboard. You couldn't interact with the chessboard, but now we are on the chessboard.
Just testing if gravity is still working. It is.
This part kind of reminds me of the end of a game, but I don't want to say which game because I feel like I'm spoiling things, or I might give away too much. But it is not one of the backroomsy games that we've been playing.
Oh, good. It's Fallout 4, obviously.
It's not. But it is another game that we've talked about on the show.
Don't remember. Hey, look, a sauna hot tub.
Hot Tub Time Machine. You get it, and suddenly it takes you back to chapter 1, and then we get to play all over again.
That's just what this channel will be from now on. It's just nothing but this game on repeat.
Always on pools, yeah. A 24-hour loop. 24/7. We're doing nothing but playing pools. Oh, this is a nice place.
A little bright, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow.
I think that's just reflections.
It is interesting that at this time in, like, video gaming, we've come to a place where we can kind of just use these spaces to explore ideas rather than...
I think this is inspiration, maybe? I don't know. Hey, there's that picture we saw.
Oh, yeah. What was that crayon picture? Oh, that's a good one. What's that? Oh, somebody robbed the police officer. Oh, God. Can you sit down in the chair?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can sit down in most chairs.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that we exist in a time where people are using the ability of games to, like, generate these spaces just to kind of explore the spaces themselves and the ideas they're in. We didn't see a cat in those.
It's a sauna cat.
Sauna cat.
Yeah. It's even got the fake water drips on the painting.
What's... Surprise ducks. What's the silhouette to the left of that one? Yeah, no. Oh, Lizzie...
No, sorry, I was looking at...
Lizzie 3.
Garfield, maybe?
Oh, no, not Garfield. Oh, can you sit
Why
in
is
that...
this chair so... I don't think I can sit in this chair, but...
Please tell me you can sit in that chair. Ooh, the duck's hiding behind the thing. No? You can get under the chair.
Nope, but I can go under the chair.
I guess there's that. Okay, that's postmodern. Right there.
Yeah, it goes
that's
onto and off the frame.
That's very modern art. Drawing outside the lines. I have no idea what that's supposed to... Oh, it's a plague doctor.
No, that's one of the tile columns in the pools.
Oh, but it does kind of look like a plague doctor with the mask on.
Yeah, but it's like a figure coming out of the thing.
It would be cool if that figure also existed. Oh, what is going on here?
Just this
it's
one picture?
This one picture, which could either be like a screamy face or a person bending over with his head down.
Yeah, it could be either. It's just the same picture over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's not creepy at all.
No. They weren't going for creepy with this game. Oh, and then there's somebody trying to steal the girl's candy.
I think it's a flower.
Or flour. Well, you know, flowers can be candy if you believe.
Depends on the flower, but yeah, I like globe thistle myself.
Oh, yeah? I grow nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are good. They're a little zesty.
Hearing some loud noises. Sounds like a train, maybe?
Yeah, I had train stuff happening earlier, too. Maybe that's what they're getting to. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is what they're getting to.
Much more literally a train station. There's a bed on the tracks.
Sleep track.
Great place to take a nap.
It is, on the third rail especially.
Oh. Oh, and that's...
I think that's what that...
That's the thing, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
And he's screaming. He's got... His face is like that, too, upside down, while he's in that position. So that's kind of neat. It's like a continually...
Neat is a word for it.
Well, it's like a continually interlacing image that is used to make new things. This is a space.
There is a space.
And there's the hallway up here. What?
Hey, so you know that picture we saw that was the person bursting out of the column?
Yeah.
I think this place might be alive.
And has little hands?
I mean,
Just, I like the idea that we're finally gonna get up here and maybe there's just a boss battle and you have to deal with a Resident Evil monster. They give you a gun. They give you a gun at the end of this.
If they do that, I'm gonna suplex the train.
You're just gonna change the whole thing. What was wait. Okay, you can sit down, but then go back to that hall in a minute before you keep going, because there was a railing and I didn't know what was if you can see anything over the top of it. Oh no, it's just the okay.
Guess where I came from. Curved water hallway.
Yeah. So the column of flesh, are we just leaving that there? We're not.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it where it was. Interesting lighting.
Yeah, I think that's just a bloom effect. But
probably.
Are they not going to provide more context for the
No. Have
flesh
they provided
column?
context for anything? No.
No? Oh. Okay. Nice.
Thank you, everybody else.
Here we go. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Up.
Is this going to flood, and are your hands going to be the hands you saw earlier? That would be cool.
Oh, that would be cool, though you wouldn't have the context sight from the other angle to know that from here.
This is also true. This does feel like they're trying to approach an ending because it's starting to feel much more linear.
Yeah. Ooh, cozy chair.
Oh, well, I know what you're gonna do.
Sit in the chair.
Oh yeah. The lighting.
There needs to be
The lighting now almost feels like backrooms coloration with the tiles. A little bit.
I guess.
Yeah, because it's like that sallow green kind of thing. Oh, okay. Okay.
Did that as I was zooming in. Alright, so they don't want us going that way.
Well, then we're totally going that way.
Which means I'm going that way. Just like when they have no guardrails and a cliff and I have to go off the cliff.
Oh, of course. That's the beauty of games. Is that you do not have to worry about going off of places. Will they let you buy it all? No.
Nope.
It's just nothing, okay.
Big sad energy. I want a big hangar like this that's flooded.
That'd be great.
And the airplane to put in it. You know, the water plane.
Don't know exactly what you're going to do with it, but it'd be cool.
Wargaming, obviously.
I'm kind of waiting to get a little bit more, like, conclusion to the... I'm not gonna get it, am I?
These are new walls, also.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get, like, any kind of, like, narrative or artistic conclusion to elements that were set up in this game. They're gonna kind of
might.
Do you think David Lynch played a lot of Backrooms games?
No, I don't.
I would have loved to see a David Lynch produced Backrooms game. That would be wild.
Hey, we've got a little kitchen here.
How many of those are there?
Sorry for interrupting.
There's a bunch behind them, too. Can you see them on that side? Yeah, you can. Can't get by them, but... Okay. They're just going into the walls.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. No problems, everybody. And back here...
Yeah, they're doing one
Oh.
of these things now.
Yeah. What's that?
Because those guys weren't there before.
No, they're blocking off your exits.
Yep. So
They're honing you in. Again, this does remind me of it. You're gonna go down, and then they're gonna block off this part probably too. Yep.
I mean, it's not really creepy. It's just kind of expected at this point.
Yeah, where you're gonna just...
Like, I'm gonna go here, and I'm sure they're gonna be moved. Oh, yeah, right there.
I don't know if that, like... Yeah. They're weeping angels it.
Oh, that's not me. That's the game.
Oh, are you moving it at all now?
No, I'm not. I wasn't.
Oh.
They're gonna slam the door shut on me, aren't they?
I'm guessing this is the end.
Am I just sitting down at the table? Why am I... Oh, I'm putting a camera down.
You're putting the camera down. Right. And then... Oh. Human anatomy.
Okay.
Okay, well... But...
Chapter 6 completed!
Wait.
So I escaped, I exited, or I gave in to the guys.
So you're watching it back on camera, which is, yeah, I get that, because it's been a camera mechanic the entire time.
We didn't see this one, number 4. I don't remember this.
I don't remember that.
Well, yes I do. It wasn't lit up though. Okay.
So,
Ooh, there's a... Oh, we can do... that's the prologue, I think. What is this? Visuals. Oh, I get new settings for beating it.
White balance temperature, exposure.
That's neat that they'll do that, so you can just change all the settings from what this is. It's nice that they're like, if you want to do it different, you can. This is the prologue that they put out, the demo essentially for free.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting.
We don't have to necessarily do that. We can maybe do that at a different time just for funsies.
I'm kind of confused.
Yeah,
but I don't
happens.
I don't think I was supposed to understand it anyway. So I'm gonna go with...
I don't think you were.
Yeah. The whole thing about somebody watching the tapes back and, like, seeing human anatomy books, considering that seems to be, like, a recurring theme of that. Maybe it's, you know, him imagining some things while looking at the video footage, and, like, his thoughts interacting with the, you know, those elements coming into the play. Almost dreamscapey in its framing. The video footage, though, being itself, like, makes you think that it's like a real place.
Yeah.
That actually existed. So.
It definitely brings it into, like, the found footage category.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're watching this tape. You know, whether or not... So it sets up the whole framing for it that this is a tape that somebody found.
Something that they found, or somebody who is going back over tapes that they took themselves, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, at the end they left the camera, so it's hard to say.
They did. They left the camera, so you never know who you are.
But I do like that at the end they set the camera down, because then it does give reason for the game to have the zoom, the film grain,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, because it is
Yeah.
literally a like handheld camera.
I still can't quite parse the whole thing where you would fall off a cliff and then it would rewind, because that would also be something that would have to be done in camera, and you wouldn't have come back from falling off of those places.
Yeah.
Unless you were one of the statues or you're part of the big flesh column. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Something that's interesting for me is that a lot of these kind of like Dream Quarry, Backrooms, liminal space games feel like half an idea for a story that purposefully doesn't really have an ending that they could think of.
Yeah,
So-
a lot of them are kind of just, hey, I had this idea for something vaguely creepy.
Yeah, here's a vaguely creepy, mysterious thing that doesn't really... that's not meant to have a resolution. This definitely feels like one of those games that had a collection of intriguing ideas and artistic concepts, but didn't really have a way of narratively putting them together in a cohesive manner.
Yeah.
So make it so that it's not supposed to be in a cohesive manner.
Right.
In a lot of ways.
I think since
that-
it's liminal space at its core, it's liminal space, backrooms, pool rooms. I don't think needing a narrative is necessarily the strong suit, but like the visuals and everything else, like the storytelling was kind of iffy. There were some parts that maybe there was a cohesion there, but like not a strong point. But visually and the level design, is definitely where this game shines.
Yeah. You know what they kind of feel like? They're starting to feel like if you went to an art gallery and they asked you to go into the actual paintings themselves and just look around, just explore the space. That's kind of like where you were going up and down the non-Euclidean staircases, which is like, you were basically just in an MC Escher painting. That's basically what it is. You were just in stairs. And so a lot of these start to feel kind of like, you know, like that the houses, almost like a Norman Rockwell kind of like thing. Like a lot of these feel like the statues might remind you of like a Michelangelo or something like that. And so it's the idea of actually going into those spaces and exploring them from that angle, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's more of a cohesive narrative outside of the stagnant thing that you're seeing. You're just seeing it from different perspectives, so now that's kind of how you get into the backrooms. You're going behind the scenes of what the world is supposed to look like behind it. So, I guess the lesson that I take from this and the other ones that we've played is that you're not really supposed to understand it and understand the lore. Maybe the whole point is that it's not explainable.
Right.
A lot of these things are just not supposed to be explainable. It's supposed to make you... It is kind of Lynchian. I'll go back to my previous comment about David Lynch, because a lot of his work is dreamscapey in a way that doesn't necessarily get resolved, and is open to a lot of interpretation. I did like, though, that they kept bringing elements back and recontextualizing them. That was fun. Like the chessboard. You know, they introduce a chessboard, and then they put you on the chessboard.
Yes.
They show you those staircases, then you are on the staircases. But you were the one that was actually playing it. So what was your experience like playing through pools?
I think it was alright. Again, as far as like narrative, I don't think there's a whole lot, but like the gameplay was, like, as far as the walking sim, is fine. I liked the interaction the water had, the way it felt to be in the water, and the way that when you would crouch, the distortion of sound and light was playing off it. That was good. I like the lighting, a bit abrasive at points with the effect, but as it's supposed to be a camera, that does make more sense.
The contrast was just so heavy, though, at some points that it made it very difficult to really know to see anything, really.
Yeah.
And there are definitely those points. They did a good job with water physics. Toward the end, they started to... it started to become a lot less about the pools and a little bit more about some Dream Core-y backrooms elements.
Yeah. And I did like all the slides being able to be slid down.
Yes, that was definitely something that Enemyopolis struggled with. You could slide down several of the slides that they gave you, but there were others where I would just fly off of them, or they didn't interact. And I'll be just frank, Liminal Lane really didn't have slides that you could slide down.
No.
You just walked down.
10 out of 10 slide simulator.
Yep, slides.
Although
Great.
I couldn't use the flotation devices, and that's a missed opportunity, so...
What do you think the possibility is of having a, water park simulator? Where you just go to a water park... Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. Just, going to a water park, nobody's at the water park, you just get to use all the water park
It needs to be one of these really... the cheap-ass simulator games that keep rolling out, the TCG simulator.
Oh, yeah.
One of those that's kind of just like shovelware at this point, but they get a bunch of people playing it for a few, and then it's not really a great game. It's just kind of like a couple streamers will play it, and people go, "Oh yeah, this looks fun." They're like, "Oh, I love stocking shelves."
I like the idea, thought process. Again, man, feels like I should be building backrooms games because I have half-ass ideas for art projects with no edge. But I like the idea of if you had the water park simulator, and every time you go down the slide, it advances the time by an hour, so the sun keeps ending up in different positions, and it keeps going, it gets brighter, and then it gets darker. And so every time you go down one of these slides, you come out of the slide, and it's like a different time of day, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Time
what I was getting at
in the slides. Yeah.
What I was getting at is the TCG shop simulator, but it's just a water park. You build a water park, and then you have people do it, and you have to take care of the water park. It'd be just one of those, but then you have interactive slides and pools.
Yeah, you have interactive slides. So. And then you know what? Late at night, a weird mystery guy comes to your window and in shadow, and just walks away, and you start wondering, hey, what's that about? And then all of a sudden, it is a psychological horror, and somebody is haunting is stalking you in the shadows of your water park. You go into you get down the slide, and there's just a figure off in the distance watching you. That's great.
Perfect.
Make it happen.
Anyways, this has been Pools.
This is Alex, if folks wanted to find out more information about Total Pebble Knockdown, where could they go?
Go to our YouTube page. That is where most of our stuff is, but we also do have a website, totalpebbleknockdown.com.
Correct.
Where you can find all our stuff.
Yeah. Make sure to click on our Patreon banner. We do full, unedited pieces for these streams over on our Patreon. For members, there's even a free tier, so you can get a lot of content that way. And you can also find us on Discord. We have a free Discord channel where we talk about all kinds of gaming. So check us out over there. You can also find us on every podcast app known to mankind. Rate and review and subscribe. It really helps us out in the algorithm. And stay tuned here for more Let's Plays, more live plays, and of course for more actual discussions on our regular episodes. So, that being said, Alex, what's the next one on your list, at least, that you wanted to try? I know it's on mine, but...
I think it's the Haunted House Cleaner.
Oh, yeah, there was a demo for Haunted House Cleaner, yeah.
Might even just buy it, but demo would be good for doing this.
Yeah.
Then we can check it out, so.
Yeah. I have a couple that are definitely shorter, so maybe we'll intersperse with those. But at any rate, yeah. Hope you're enjoying our descent down the the liminal space pathway. Not necessarily the only thing we're going to be doing on Let's Plays, because there are some other kind of things I'd like to play around with at some point, but we're here, so we're gonna really dig into it. We're gonna dig into it. Thank you for joining us, folks. We will see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
Bye, and don't let the pool splash you.
Yeah, good night, sleep tight, don't let the sharks bite.